Good afternoon, YouTube, on this rainy, windy, yucky day. It is Wednesday, September 27th. Butchered that deer over the weekend, but it's been raining ever since, so I haven't been out since. I really got the itch to get back into the woods. I have had quite a few inquiries, though, from people about the broadheads that I'm using because they saw that blood trail. So I figured we'd have a little chat about broadheads today. And you know, fixed blades, which I'm shooting this year. These are the two afflictors. This is the EXT, this is the K2. This is the one that I just shot that doe with a few days ago. It left that massive blood trail. And also we'll talk a little bit about expandables, which I don't have anything against. Shot them for years with pretty good success. And don't mind this hat, I just wanted to see if I can shoot the Oneida with the Stetson on. Why or how am I getting such good blood trails with these fixed blade broadheads? Because everybody thinks that you have to shoot the big wide mechanical cut broadheads. Let's see if I can draw this. Oh yeah, I can hold this. Perfect flight. People are always going to say, they're going to make the comment, well, you can kill a deer if you put a field point in the right place. That's true, but that's also my whole point. These afflictor broadheads that I shoot, both the EXT, which I shoot with these arrows, and those K2s, which I shoot with the compounds, I was able to just unscrew my field points and screw those on, and I didn't have to mess with the sights at all. They flew exactly like my field points. Am I saying that they're going to do the same for you? Not at all. It all depends. If you are as crazy as I am about tinkering with the archery stuff and about making sure that the bow is like perfectly tuned, or as good as tuned as I can get it, then you're probably going to have better flight with the broadheads compared to your field tips. A lot of people go to those mechanicals because they just can't get, well, that sucks, they just can't get the good enough flight with their fixed blade broadheads. For me, the most important part of the broadhead that you use is using one that you can put where it needs to be. I would personally much rather shoot a fixed blade because I know there's nothing that can go wrong as long as I can put it where it needs to be. I have no problems being able to put either one of these fixed blades where they have to be. And that's why I've had such good success with them over the last couple of years. And while we're talking about the broadheads, also I guess we need to say that if you're serious about your hunting, you really need to start shooting broadheads out of your bow. The broadheads that you're going to use out of your bow, I would say at least a good 2 weeks, but I've been shooting them for the last month just to make sure that they're hitting where you want them to hit. For someone to just think that they're going to just unscrew their field points and then screw on their broadheads and you're going to be able to just shoot perfectly with them, that's not a reasonable expectation, I don't think. That rain's starting to come down pretty good again. So as long as you've got a sharp blade and you can put it where you need to put it, if you have to use a mechanical like this. I used these for a long time. These were the double cross, and that was when I was shooting high poundage. You definitely would not want to shoot these with low poundage. But use these for years with my compound. Great success, great blood trails with that. But I don't shoot like 72, 73 pounds anymore. This bow right here is set at, I think, 58, and my compound is set at 64. You see, and I have no doubts every time that I stand up to shoot that I'm going to be able to put that arrow where I want to put it. And that's the most important thing, is just knowing that you're going to be able to put the arrow where it needs to be put. And as long as they're sharp, and you can cause the most amount of damage, it's, you know, having that sharp blade, then you're good. It's all about confidence, I think. I am confident with these fixed blades. With the EXT and the K2 from Afflictor. Let's go back to 33 yards here, which for me is a poke with this bow. With no sights and shooting these big heavy, I'm going to shoot at the turkey, although I can hardly see him. I know where he's at though, so we'll try to put an arrow in him. So I couldn't see him. I don't know if that hit him or not. Might have been a little bit to the right of him. If so, we'll try it again. Looks like I caught him just on the right side. Not bad. For me, not, if I would have moved him over, now I can see him. Now I'll be able to hit him. So yes, I've been getting great blood trails with these broadheads, but it's not necessarily just the broadhead. Don't get me wrong, Afflictor broadheads, love them. I will probably never use anything else as long as they stay in business and they're selling their broadheads. But any fixed blade that you can get very sharp and that you can shoot accurately. That doe that I shot this year, she was at a pretty extreme angle, quartering away from me. Perfect. She was at a pretty extreme angle, quartering away from me, but I wasn't concerned because I knew that right where I put my sight pin, I was using the escape, right where I put my sight pin, that was exactly where that arrow was gonna go. And as long as you have that kind of confidence in your setup, then you're good to go. Use whatever you want to use. Look at that. Now that was 33 yards. Yeah, it's just a hair high, but it's right in there. And that's my exact hunting setup right there. So that's what I've been using for those that have been asking.